Let's move on and get to all of our queries that you guys have sent in. We have our guest joining us, Vijay Chopra of EnochVentures.com, as well as Vaishali Parekh, Head of Technical Research at Prabhudas Lilladher. Vijay as well as Vaishali, thanks a lot for joining us today. Let me get to our first query that has come in, and this is actually a very interesting one. Rahul Jain writes to us from Noida. He holds 15 shares of Cipla at 800. He says he's a medium-term investor. He has been making some profits in this. Like you can see, Cipla is currently over 1,200 rupees, and he wants to know whether he should be worried about the acquisition of Cipla or not. Of course, this is what we've all been discussing, Ekta, as well. The stock is near the high point. He has seen, a lot of money made as well. But so many contenders in the race as well.
Absolutely. There is a new contender or there's a new piece of news with regards to Cipla all the time. But let's in fact get in our guests and, discuss Cipla with them and see their views on it. We have Vijay Chopra who's joining in, and we do have Vaishali Parekh who's with us as well. Well, Vijay, over to you on this one. On the fundamentals, what would you recommend to anybody who's looking to invest at Cipla at current levels? Do you think that there's further upside, considering that there is a little bit of uncertainty with regards to what can take place with the promoter holding?
So, thanks for having me on the show. I think that the stock has moved up quite nicely in the last 6 months. Post-March, we've seen a wonderful upside from almost 840, 850. It has gone up to 1280. Again, a 50% rise from the bottom. I would recommend that this is not the place to enter afresh into the stock. And those who are already invested, so they should try and exit on rallies. This should be the strategy. And definitely there is some kind of an uncertainty around the company, around the acquisition. Torrent is planning to buy. They are talking, and they probably are not arriving on some mutually agreed valuation. So my recommendation would be get out on rallies. No point of getting afresh into the stock. There is also a technical gap at around 1100, 1080, 1100 odd levels. So the gaps are definitely filled. So technically also, there's no point of getting into the stock now.
Okay. Vijay, we have some interesting news which is coming on IRCTC, where the railway has released a circular for the entire catering facility by IRCTC. And catering facilities and special coaches trains will be booked via IRCTC. That's what basically they are indicating. And they in fact will be catering facilities and all trains booked on full tariffs. As you can see, the stock is spiked up. It's up around 3% odd. It's any which way rallied quite significantly from its 52-week low of over 500 odd rupees. And railway stocks in general are seeing a lot of interest. But particularly on this news, Vijay, how do you think it could change the fundamentals for IRCTC?
Well, I think that, all the railway stocks, barring IRCTC, have seen a decent run-up. And this news definitely is good. I think that it has the potential of taking the stock up to 800 odd levels. So surely, I think that, when we have seen fireworks happening in most of the railway stocks, or rather all the railway stocks, why should IRCTC be left behind? It has a wonderful business model, no point of making losses. And they constantly pass on the cost to the customers, and they have constantly increasing prices, whether of food or tickets or whatever. So I think that IRCTC is in a very sweet spot, and the stock can go up to 780, 800 levels.
Okay, got that. The stock is up over 4% right now on the back of this news. So that is important coming in. By the way, we were just getting visuals that Rishi Sunak is due to arrive very shortly in India. Remember, we were just telling you that Prime Minister Modi will be holding 15 bilateral talks over this 2-day summit. And the talks with UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak is scheduled for tomorrow. So, of course, we'll bring you all of the details and the live visuals as well when we do get them. But with that, let's move on to our next query. We have Ramesh Rajgopalan, who writes in from Tamil Nadu. He says he has 1,000 shares of Indian Hotels, which he bought at 390, 700 shares of Tata Power at 250 as well. And he says he's a medium-term investor and wants to know whether he should hold or sell both of these stocks. So let's get in Vaishali's view on this. Vaishali, Indian Hotels as well as Tata Power, only from a medium-term kind of perspective, would you recommend holding these?
I definitely agree, because First of all, good afternoon, everybody. And yes, the sectors are doing very well. The hotel industry and the sector on the whole is doing very well. So in Indian Hotel also, I would say continue holding, keeping a trailing stop loss of 415, because I would be looking at a target of around 450 to 460. And if the market continues to support us like this and getting into new high, I think I won't be surprised the stock going towards 480 levels. So the stock is bullish for now. And as far as Tata Power is concerned, well, that has been giving us a continuous breakout. And yesterday also we saw at 260 was the resistance, and we moved past those levels as well. So now I would be looking for a target of 300 to 320. So Tata Power, even for medium term, continues to be a hold.
Okay, well, IRCTC seems to be the stock of the moment at this point. The stock is spiked up around 6% on the back of news that they're probably going to be getting more business from the railways when it comes to catering services. They have indicated that all of the above instructions that they have, released to the exchanges with regards to this incremental piece of business would be applicable on all future bookings, including the bookings where the journey is yet to commence. So important news coming in. As you can see, the stock is at the high point of the day for IRCTC. We do have some more visuals which are coming in from Rishi Sunak. Pavitra, he did tweet earlier. And his tweet basically about heading to the G20 summit was that he's heading with a clear focus this time round and stabilizing the global economy, building international relationships, supporting the most vulnerable. As you can see, those are the visuals of Rishi Sunak coming, disembarking his plane and entering Delhi and the G20 summit. Well, it seems to be quite a momentous, next 2 days which India will go through, considering that we have heads of states of so many countries, of developed markets, such as the UK as well as the US, as well as developing economies, who will all be here in the capital itself, talking about all of these important issues.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Oh, absolutely. And, like Parikshit was telling us, we have a very packed agenda as well. There are 15 bilateral meets which are scheduled to take place. Of course, the meeting with UK Prime Minister is tomorrow, but that is the Minister of State, Ashwini Chaubey, who is receiving Rishi Sunak right now. So that is all of the visuals that we have coming in. And of course, we're going to keep bringing you details on this as well. But with that, it is time for a short break. When we come back, we have lots more queries that you guys have written in to us with. So we're going to get them answered on the other side.